Good evening, class. Today's topic, issue of shares part 3, and that is issue of shares in installment. Remember, in first part, I have done issue of shares in consideration other than cash. In second part of the video, I have done issue of shares in not in installments but in lump sum, that is in cash. Today, the part 3, it is about issue of shares in cash but in installments. That means entire money of the installment, entire money of the capital is not received at once, but at intervals in installments. The installments are termed as application money, allotment money, first call, second call, third call, and so on. But generally in the sum we get application money, allotment money, and first and final call money. When I use the word final call, there is a last call. First and last call. First is the last call. First and final call. You know that when we start business, our journal entry is bank account debit to bank account debit to capital account, or cash account debit to capital. That same entry is there, but for passing that same entry, we require two entries at a time. In my second video, I have already told you about lump sum, that cash is received in lump sum. Then we write cash to equity share application and allotment. Then again equity share application and allotment to share capital. If we delete those two entries of application and allotment, our journal entry becomes bank to share capital or bank to capital. Over here also the same thing happens. It is received cash on application for that two entries. One, we receive the money, and when we transfer the money to the capital. Then allotment money is transferred to capital, and then we receive cash. There is a problem of calls in advance and calls in arrear. We will be discussing in the next classes. Next is we receive call money. The first call money, first you make due, then you receive cash. When we make due one entry, then we receive cash the other entry. Similarly, if you will see that we have bifurcated our installment into three parts: application, allotment, and calls. Let's see. Before doing this, we will first understand what is the meaning of under subscription of shares. Whenever company's application, whatever the company's application is, if people have subscribed less than the application, then we say that company has got undersubscribed shares. As per Companies Act, undersubscribed, what is the minimum subscription is settled by the Companies Act 39(1), section 39(1). But SEBI has given a guideline that 90% of the capital to be allotted, 90% of the capital to be allotted, that is the amount which is minimum subscription. If a company is unable to get the minimum subscription, then they have to refund the money, and that is why the underwriting commission came. Remember, students. Then we have oversubscription. Regarding oversubscription, what do we have? When the shares applied is more than the shares issued, people have applied more than what the company is asking for, then that is called oversubscription. When the company has got more number of shares, they are either rejected, the excess shares are either rejected, or the excess shares are done with pro rata allotment. That means we excess money we use in the share capital, in allotment, in first call, etc. And still if excess, then we refund it. Sometimes what happens, they make it a category. Some shares they apply in full, they give them the entire share money, entire subscription is, entire shares is allotted to them. Some in the second category, some shares are rejected, and third category, the pro rata allotment is done. So all the three combination can also come. Let's understand the difference between oversubscription and undersubscription. Oversubscription means As I've already told you, that number of shares applied is more than the shares issued for subscription. And under oversubscription, shares are allotted on pro rata basis. Under subscription, the application is less than the shares issued by the company. The subscription has come less, and over a full allotment is made if more than 90% is applied by the public. Otherwise, total refund. Next, we have two more meanings: calls in arrear and calls in advance. First of all, we will understand what is the meaning of calls in arrear. When shares are issued in installments, the amount called by the company has not been received by the company from the shareholders is called calls in arrear. That means, in simple words, company is asking the public to give the amount which is due from them, and that they are not paying back. That is called calls in arrear. Calls in arrear amount is shown in the balance sheet as less from share capital in notes to accounts. It carries an interest of 10% per annum. How much is the calls in arrear? Company will get the interest from the shareholders as they have not paid within due date, and the rate of interest will be at the rate of 10% per annum as given in table F of the Companies Act. This interest on calls in arrear is the income to the company, and they are always shown in the credit of statement of profit and loss. Similarly, we have the journal entries over here is of calls in arrear on due date when the calls in arrear has happened. If calls in arrear has happened in the time of allotment, that means people have not paid the allotment money, then calls in arrear account debit to share allotment. If public has not paid the first call, then to first call, otherwise to second call. When the public is paying back the calls in arrear money, that time it will be banked to calls in arrear. For example, a shareholder has not given the allotment money at the time of allotment, but has given that money at the time of first call. So the time of first call, he has to write bank to calls in arrear. Whereas in allotment time, he has created the calls in arrear. Now calls in advance. Sometimes what happens, public has given more money than what is asked from them. At the time of allotment, suppose they are giving the first call money. So they have given the money in advance. That is called calls in advance. Company needs to pay the interest to such shareholders who has given the money in advance at the rate of 12% per annum. It is also shown in the balance sheet, but under current liabilities, other current liabilities, under other current liabilities, calls in advance is shown. Remember, this balance sheet is prepared on 31st March. If the adjustment is done before or prior to 31st March, no entries in the balance sheet will be there for calls in advance as well as for calls in arrear. Interest on calls in advance is debited in statement of profit and loss as it is an expense. Now, journal entry for calls in advance, bank account debit to calls in advance. On adjustment of calls in advance to share first call or to share second call. Today we will be doing one sum. Before that, one more difference. Interest is charged in calls in arrear, and interest is allowed in calls in advance. Rate of interest is 10% per annum in calls in arrear, and rate of interest is 12% per annum in calls in advance. Remember, students, only two marks, two differences, 2 points you have to write. That's why the entire theory is made in such a way. Now we will be doing with the journal entries. First journal entry, when company receives the application money, it is bank to share application, then share application to share capital. If excess money is received, then to allotment, that is excess money is transferred to calls to allotment. If excess money is still there, then to calls in advance, that means to first call. And still if excess money is there, then to bank. Similarly, then they will make the due entry for share allotment to share capital. Then they may receive the money for allotment, that will be bank to share allotment. Then again they can make the first call due, share first and final call to share capital to security premium, if the premium money is also going to be received. Then bank account debit to share first and final call, the final money is received. Next, we will do a sum to make the matter more clear. Remember, students, I will be showing the calls in advance and calls in arrear entries. in next video, though I have discussed it in this video, but I will be showing about this calls in advance and calls in arrear in the next video. Let's understand a simple sum on installment of shares. JS Limited offered for subscription of 5,000 equity shares of rupees 100 at a premium of 10% on 1st April 2017. Company received application for 20,000 equity shares. That means there is a oversubscription. Oversubscription many a times. Only 5,000 company has asked. Company has received for 20,000 shares. Company allotted the shares and transferred the excess application money to allotment and calls. This transfer of excess application money only is known as pro rata allotment. Prepare journal, ledger and balance sheet. This much is asked to be prepared. Let's understand now. 30 rupees is application, 40 plus 10 is the allotment. First and final call is 30 rupees. It's a 100 rupees share. 30 plus 40, 70. 70 plus this 30 is 100. So 110 rupees is the premium because 10% on the par value. Par value was 100. 10% of the par value. So it is 10 rupees. If nothing is mentioned, premium is always at the time of allotment. Otherwise, they will be mentioning it. Let's do the solution of this sum. First of all, you are receiving the application money. When you are receiving the application money, journal entry is bank to you means when the company is receiving the application money, journal entry is bank to share application. See over here, bank to share application. Remember my first video over there, it was not in installments, but in lump sum. There we have written to share application to share allotment. We have written application and allotment over there, but over here only share application. Now application money we have received 6 lakhs. Why 6 lakhs? Because we have received extra. We have received on 20,000. We have received rupees 30 each. So it is coming nothing but 6 lakhs. And share application money is 6 lakhs received. Remember one more hint. How much share application credit, that much share application will be debited. This debit also and the credit amount will be always same. This credit 6 lakhs, debit also 6 lakhs. To share capital, that means that money which has been transferred to the capital. Company has asked only for 50,000 shares, 5,000 shares, and 30 rupees is the this money, application money. So 5,000 to 30, 1,50,000. Share allotment. The excess money is transferred. The excess money of share allotment was how much? It was 30 on application and it was 40 plus 10, that is 50 on allotment and 30 again on first and final call. This is the entire scenario. So 30 rupees application money. We have received the application money on 20,000 shares, 6 lakhs. Application money, how much credit, that much debit, that is also 6 lakhs. Now see, share capital, we have 5,000 shares only to capitalize because company has only issued 5,000 shares. Company wants only 5,000 shares. Company will allot only 5,000 shares. So company has allotted those 5,000 shares and that money only they have transferred to the capital. That means company at the beginning has received only 30 rupees for 5,000 shares. That is 1,50,000. If you will see one entry, application money credit 6 lakhs and application money debit 6 lakhs is getting cancelled. My simple journal entry is becoming bank account debit to share capital. 6 lakhs in the bank, but share capital only 1,50,000. Excess money will be used in allotment, then calls, and if still excess, that will be refunded back. So see, our allotment was of 50 rupees. You see 50 into 50,000 into 5,000. That is nothing but how much? That is nothing but 2,50,000. Then there is a share first and final call account. This is also again 30 into 5,000. 30 into 5,000 is nothing but 30 into 5,000 is 1,50,000. If I will add all these three, 1,50,000, 2,50,000 and 1,50,000, students, we are getting 5,50,000 only. 50,000 still excess the company has received. That money company is refunding. How much company has allotted? Only 5,000 shares. People have applied for 20,000 shares. And accordingly, they have distributed the money in application, in allotment, and in first and final call. And excess money is still 550,000 that they have refunded. Now we will make the due entry for allotment. Due entry means we are making the transfer to the capital entry as well as premium. Share allotment account debit 2,50,000. 2,50,000. Why the same amount? 50,000 into 30. Share capital is nothing but 5,000 into 30. That is the share capital. And SPR is nothing but 5,000 into 5,000 into 10. 5,000 into 10. 5,000 into 10. Why? Because SPR was of 10 rupees each. So we have 50,000. So 2,50,000 is used like this. Already we have received the money. And you also see one more thing, that share allotment, how much debit. Share allotment, how much debit. That much only share allotment is already credited. 2,50,000, 2,50,000. First and final call we are debiting, we are transferring to the capital. 1,50,000, 1,50,000. See how much debit we have made first call. That much credit also we have made the final call, first and final call. Students, dear, please understand, we are passing only two entries for each. If you will notice, for application 2 entries, for allotment again 2 entries, though I have already passed it over here. And then for first call also 2 entries. 1 entry we received the money, 1 entry we have transferred into the capital. So 6 entries altogether. There is a compound entry, that's why 6 entries we are not getting. Otherwise I would have made 6 entries. Now let's understand the ledger account. Because we have to prepare the balance sheet, so we will prepare the ledger. Do we need to prepare applications ledger, allotments ledger and first and final call? No, because this money will not go into the balance sheet. What will go is bank balance, what will go is capital, and what will go is this SPR, security premium reserve. So we will prepare the ledger for this three only, that is bank, share capital and SPR. Let's understand the ledger of bank. We are just doing the posting. If you will see, bank account to share application 6 lakhs. See over here, bank account debit to share application 6 lakhs. Then again we are refunding the bank money to bank 50,000. Debit is share application. So we have written buy share application 50,000. Buy share application 50,000. Next, nothing else is there with the bank entry. We are closing the bank entry. We are closing the ledger balance. 5,50,000 is the debit balance because debit total is more. Similarly, share capital. Share capital is seen over here. Share capital. Buy share application 1,50,000. Again, share capital we will get in allotment. Buy share allotment 2 lakhs. And again in first call also we will get 1,50,000 as share capital. See over here, buy share application, buy share allotment, buy share first and final call. 1,50,000, 2 lakh, 1,50,000. That is nothing but 5 lakhs total, and the balancing figure is also 5 lakhs. So our share capital balance is 5 lakhs. And SPR, security premium reserve, we have only one entry in SPR. Over here, the due entry for at the time of allotment, we are receiving the premium money. So that is nothing but 50,000. So we will be writing in SPR, buy share allotment 50,000. This is the ledger entry. Now we will prepare the balance sheet. See, this is JAS Limited balance sheet as at, this is the sum JAS Limited's balance sheet as at 31st/3/2018. Equities and liabilities. This is the first heading. Next heading is shareholders fund. Next heading is share capital. We have already done this in balance sheet chapter, schedule 3 chapter. Next heading is reserves and surplus, and then total. Then assets, we don't have any fixed assets in this sum. We have current asset. After current asset, we have cash and bank balance. Let's see the note number 1. In share capital, what we have done in note number 1. See, whether it is asked or not, you have to prepare this note 1 of share capital. You have to write it like this only, whether the figures are given or not. Authorized capital, this many numbers of equity shares of this rupees each. It can be about preference share also, but over here equity shares, there is no information, so we will just write it like this. Company has issued 5,000 equity shares of 100 each, 5 lakhs. People also have applied for more than, but we have adjusted it and it becomes subscribed and fully paid up. 5,000 equity shares of 100 each, 5 lakhs. So 5 lakhs is our share capital. As you see over here, share capital note 1, 5 lakhs. Now note 2, reserves and surplus. Let's see the reserves and surplus notes. 2 notes, particulars amount, notes to account, reserves and surplus. Security premium reserve, 5,000 shares of 10 each. Why 10% of 100 rupees? 50,000. 50,000 we need to write in the balance sheet as SPR under reserves and surplus. So see, under reserves and surplus, note 2, SPR 50,000. Next is 5,50,000, the total of liability side. Assets, the cash and bank balance, that is note 3. Let's see the note 3, cash and bank balance. We have already got the balance in through ledger. That only we are writing bank balance 5,50,000. That 5,50,000 we have to record in the balance sheet. See, our asset total and liability total is both same. Liability is equal to asset. Liability is equal to asset. Next is the homework, dear students. You will just do the homework. I'll discuss it. Then you will do it at home. JS Limited offered for subscription 8,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of 10% on 1st April 2019. Company received an application of 10,000 equity shares. Company allotted the shares and transferred the excess application money to allotment and if required in calls. Journalize and prepare the balance sheet. Ledger is not asked, but you should prepare ledger in order to get the balances of bank account, capital account and premium. Company has received application rupees 3 on allotment 4 plus 1 rupee is the 10% of 10 rupees, that is premium. On first and final call, company has received 3 rupees. So see, I should say 8,000 into 3, first entry 24,000 rupees. Bank to share application will be 24,000. Then share application to share capital 24,000. Next, allotment entry. For making allotment due, allotment account debit to share capital to security premium, it will be 5 into 5,000. One more thing, students, the second entry, 3,000 shares have been 3,000 into 3, that is 9,000 shares have been transferred to allotment. Remember it. Please do this and send me your work. I will check it. I will be very happy in checking your work. Please do this homework and send it to me through my WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number I should write over here. Please send me in this WhatsApp number. I will be glad to receive it. Or you can send me through my YouTube channel also. I'll be very happy to help you out. 9883220445. Thank you, students. Thank you very much.